Hello, loves. Haley with Tarot from Beyond here to provide you with your daily release for Sunday. I do believe it is. Let me move this so you can see the cards better when they come out. For November 25th. I do believe it's the 25th. Let me get it right. Hold on. Yes, the 25th. So November 25th, okay? So I'm going to shuffle. I already did one reading, but my son, you know, I had ordered him something on Amazon, and he just was not able to contain himself enough for me to go ahead and complete that reading for you guys until he got what it was he wanted. And right now I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because, you know, I really do so much. I really do need so much time to myself right now, so that I could do what a lot of you are doing right now, which is like really starting to really dive deep into the waters of whom you are. And it's so funny that when I said that, like the Hermit card popped up, which is soul searching. I've really been trying to get that time where I could really spend time soul searching and really, because I know once I started, it ain't going to be no stopping me. I'll be so far up in the cosmos. It'll be unbelievable. But you know, I do believe that God does everything for a reason. And I feel like if I were to rush too far up in the cosmos, I might see some things that I just don't understand. And, you know, I think God wants to keep me down to earth a little bit longer before God grants me that request that I have put in to be in the cosmos in every way, shape, and form, to the point where, you know, I just don't even think like anybody in 3D. But there's a reason why we are in 3D, okay? There's a reason why we have these human bodies, because these human bodies allow us to experience things that we wouldn't be able to experience otherwise. Although I do believe that even in the spirit realm, I do believe that spirits still have relationships, and I do believe that spirits still have sexual relations. I do believe that. But I do believe that there is something about the 3D body that brings, you know, those experiences to life so much more so. I know that was deep, but yeah, I do. I feel like that's what Spirit has told me, and I just feel like Spirit is like, hold up, wait a minute, because somebody with your type of real quick energy, Haley, my Miss Baby Haley, like Spirit is like, I'm gonna make sure that you take care of what you got to take care of in the 3D first before I go ahead and open up that door to the cosmos. We're gonna open up the door to the cosmos, don't worry, but right now we're gonna make sure you take care of the unfinished business associated with what you're dealing with right now, which is a separation and all of that 3D crap that comes with people who don't know how to be faithful and things of that nature. And for those of you who have been dealing with the same thing, that's what we've been talking about forever, you know what I mean? I just personally, I just want it to be over. I just want it to be done. I'm just done with it, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it, and I hope it doesn't sound like, non-compassionate, because I do have compassion for anybody who doesn't know how to receive love, and compassion for people who don't even know how to give love, you know. Yeah, if you really think about it, you know, the person does deserve some compassion, because that's a real horrible place to be. Because if you don't know how to give love and you don't know how to receive love, and you just go and bounce from person to person looking for love in all the wrong places, and you never find what it is that you're looking for. I mean, if you really think about it, that mentality is just, it must be the worst to have that kind of mentality, because you never end up happy. You never end up happy, and you never end up with what it is that, you know, God really wants you to have, because you are so busy trying to control situations and control relationships and control the other person in the relationship, rather than actually have a partnership with the relationship. And people know how to morph into these like real weird type people that sit and act one way and have a completely different life as soon as they walk out your front door. And to me, I just find that type of behavior repulsive, because they're no different than a liar. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I personally, I cannot stand that lion ass energy. I hate that lion ass energy. why lie? You know what I mean? I'm not perfect at all. And you know, in this relationship that I was in, I never lied about my problems. I never lied about anything that I did that was out of pocket, you know, because we're all human and we do things that are out of pocket. But when you get sneaky and you start lying about your problems or start lying about whatever it is, that's where I draw the line. I hate being lied to. That's just me. That's just me. You know, some people can forgive that type of behavior, and you know what, I really applaud you for that if you're one of those people, you know. But me in particular, me and lies don't get along well at all, because I know how to tell the truth, so much so to the point where I get myself in trouble by telling it. But you know, I'd rather get in trouble for telling the truth than for telling a lie. That's just my opinion. So let's see what the cards have to say today. Now, the first reading that I did started off with the 5 as well. It was the 5 of Wands, which represents conflict. But now, the first card that popped up is the 5 of Cups. So, 5s represent the number of change. You could look it up. I always look up Joanne Sacred Scribes. I think that's what it is on the internet if you were to look up numerology. Also, I want to let you guys know that I offer a feature where I teach you about numerology. And I also teach you about chakras, and they are both a $40 service. And I think that's really reasonable, because you'll be able to talk to your angels through numbers all day and all night. They'll be able to let you know what it is that you need to be focusing on in the very moment through numbers. You understand what I'm saying? The percentage on your phone, the numbers that you see on your phone, you'll know how to add them up just right. You know exactly what Spirit is trying to relay to you. But I feel like a lot of you are having bouts of sadness at this time. Bouts of sadness. Some of you have your moments where you feel really strong and you feel like, wow, okay, yeah, I'm getting past this nasty energy, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes some of you feel really sad that, you know, somebody would actually take you for a ride like they did, you know. But don't forget, and you've heard this from several readers, turn around and look at those other 2 cups. Those other 2 cups are so much better than the 3 cups that you are focusing on, I promise you. Please focus and think about the things that you have to be grateful for. Okay? Because if you're sitting there looking at those cups that spilled over, that means you're living in the past. And if you're living in the past, you can absolutely look forward to a whole bunch of sadness and disappointment and how you want to respond and all that. For those of you who watched my live last night, I did go off because you know what? I have a restraining order on somebody who continues to hit my street and continues to breach the damn contract that states that you cannot be in a certain vicinity of me and my child. Yet this person has been seen by my own son on at least 3 or 4 occasions. This person wants to stake out my house as if there's going to be something interesting that they're going to see. This is like this person didn't want to treat me right when they had me, but they want to make sure I'm not with somebody else. Well, if I were with somebody else, sweetheart, I certainly wouldn't let you know, because I know that you are not mentally stable enough to handle that, okay? So I will do you that favor, okay? You don't know if I'm with somebody else or not, bottom line, okay? That's just going to be a secret I'm going to keep to myself until time heals your heart, until you're able to go ahead and go on with somebody new, so you can let me go ahead and live my life and you go ahead and live yours, okay? But some of you are going through a bout of sadness. Now tell me why. I feel like some of you are sad because the person that you actually probably stood up to and said, yeah, me leaving you behind is going to make me sad, but I got to leave you behind, baby, because what you bringing to the table ain't no good. Okay, so I feel like somebody is coming at you aggressively and it's making you sad. It's like, dude, why can't you just let me live my life? Why can't you just let me live and be happy? Like, what is it about me that you feel that I don't deserve within my own self? Do you know how many people look at you and all the blessings that you have, and they seriously, in their mind, they feel like you don't deserve your own blessings? Who the hell are they to make that determination? And these are the same people who are so busy focusing on other people to the point where they don't even know themselves at all. And that is why they continue to fall into pitfall after pitfall after pitfall after pitfall. And because they fall into so many pitfalls, after a while, it makes them so aggressive that they find somebody that they want to be aggressive toward. And I see that you got your back turned toward this person who is treating you aggressively. And that's why it's making it very difficult for you to look at these 2 cups that you have. I see exactly what's happening here. You've got somebody who doesn't want you to look at your opportunities. They are working very hard at saying, well, if you turn around and look at your opportunities, you're going to see my face right there. And I'm going to do everything I can to go ahead and try to disturb your groove. Oh, that's deep. But Spirit is trying to remind you, baby, that you are the Empress and that you can give birth to whatever you want to give birth to. And the way that you give birth to getting rid of people like this out of your life, out of your mind, out of your heart, and out of your soul is by not feeding them. Don't give them any attention at all. Let them go ahead and make themselves run around in circles like a chicken with their heads cut off. If you need to go take your butt to the courthouse and get a restraining order on that person because that person doesn't know their boundaries, you know, with you, and they're coming to your house and they're bothering you and they're calling you, you already know how to hit the block button. I know that part. And also know that if this person keeps coming to your house, go ahead and videotape them at your house. And you saying, I have told you that please do not come to my house. Do not disturb me. And the person continues to show up at your house. If this person does that about 2-3 times in a row, you have video camera captions showing that this person is harassing you. And I promise you, you go ahead and take that to the courts, you will get that restraining order. And that person, if they breach that contract, will go straight to jail. Okay. Now, I feel like a lot of you are manifesting a knight in shining armor, a knight in shining armor to take the place of the individual that you left behind, the individual who was super aggressive and just not good for you, that incorporated nothing but sadness in your life. But then here's the Tower. So the Tower to me just only represents the restructuring of your mind. And I feel like for many of you who are sad at this time because you're too afraid to turn around and look at those 2 cups that are quite full and quite ready for you to drink from and quite ready for you to appreciate. And they're actually waiting for your appreciation because these cups represent opportunities and people in your life who love you, who are waiting for you to turn around and come back to them emotionally, psychologically, in every way, shape, and form. However, because this person that you left behind is so pissed off that you left them behind, you know what I'm saying, wants to interfere with your ability to go ahead and turn around and look at what you do have that is beautiful for you. And also is trying to stand in between you and your ability to manifest what it is you want, which is some real love. So what you have to do is restructure your thinking. See, sometimes we see the Tower card and we look at it like it's just this big, oh no moment. Well, it's as big as you let it be. This Tower moment can be like literally that little. Change your thought process. Do not feed the energy of this aggressive individual. This person is putting some bait on a freaking fishing pole and they're getting you to bite every time. Every single time this person does something that makes you react, you respond. Well, what if you just went ahead and jumped right over them to the Empress and ignored the hell out of this person who's being hella aggressive? What if you went ahead and just jumped right over him and said, I'm just going to go ahead and manifest so much positivity into my life that negativity has no place whatsoever. This ding-dong man is just such a distraction. Let me go ahead and close my front door. Hold on. So, I mean, restructure your thinking, okay? Some of you think that you need to actually, like, address this aggressive individual. You don't. You don't. You could just go ahead and ignore the absolute hell out of them. And guess what? It'll starve all the pleasure that they get out of your responses to death. And they'll go find somebody else to bother. And just pray for whomever's hands they fall into. You know, let them go with love and light. And they'll go. And when I see the Empress and the Magician in the same entire spread, baby, I'm telling you, you can manifest yourself out of any sad situation anytime you want. See, the magician understands the things of the heaven and earth. I cannot express that enough. And I do offer candle magic, insights. If you look at the number 1, the first sign in the zodiac is Aries, baby, and I'm an Aries, okay? We're magicians by nature, okay? I'm going to let you know that right now. I never realized that before in the past until I really started getting into tarot and really started having my relationship with the divine completely up to par. I never realized I create my own spells. I create my own, you know what I mean? Like, it's unbelievable how intuitively natural it is for me to, I could get a stick and a rock and make some shit pop off. You know what I mean? And when I say make it pop off, I don't do black magic because black magic is ineffective, period. It doesn't work. It's low vibrational. But the magic work, the candle magic that I teach, it is $100. I'm not going to lie. It's $100. It's called banishing and invoking, but truth be told, you don't have to banish anything when you invoke so much positivity into your life. Low vibrations just cannot compete with all the positivity that you've invoked into your home. And that's what I teach. I teach light magic, light candle magic. So for those of you interested in that, go ahead and take a look at that feature. It's called banishing and invoking. And the way that you banish is by invoking nothing but positivity into your home to the point where that low vibrational, dark energy, dark magic, it can't even compete. It just, fizzles out before it even reaches your driveway. Speaking of a driveway, why don't you look at this chariot? This chariot represents your spiritual path. It really does. It represents focus and self-discipline, and we talked about this in, I think, yesterday's daily release. Make sure you don't let anybody pull you into your darkness. Make sure that you pull them into your light, and if you're unable to do that, then you have to go ahead and separate from that individual because that individual does not think like you. And that was in alignment with this Knight of Swords. So I feel like many of you are getting in your spiritual vehicles and saying, baby, you keep on trying to pull me into your darkness. That's not where I'm trying to go. So therefore, I'm letting you go. This person knows it. And they want you to be sad. They want you to be hurt. They want you to be sad because they're sad that they lost a good thing. They thought the grass was greener on the other side, realized that it wasn't. And they really honestly think that they could go back to having the most beautiful thing in the world, which is you, baby, the Empress. You are the Empress. You encompass all queens, okay? You encompass the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. You encompass all. Trust me. You are the Empress, baby. Ain't nothing more beautiful than the Empress. I'm going to tell you right now, I know a lot of you men who are very faithful, you know what I'm saying, to the wives that you have had, and maybe your wife turned around and busted a move. I mean, I know that this does not only apply to women who get cheated on and and who are treated badly. I know that there's a lot of men who are treated badly by the women they were with. But men, tell me that you don't think that your wife is absolutely stunning when she is actually, pregnant with your baby. I mean, her body starts to change. You start to see this baby that belongs to you and her body. Her breasts begin to change. Her butt begins to change. I mean, her body begin, she's glowing. I mean, the Empress is an absolutely beautiful person inside and out, whether you're giving birth to ideas or whether you're actually really giving birth and actually becoming pregnant sometime soon. Whatever the case is, you are the Empress, okay? And the Empress is looking ahead. She's in the present. And this Knight of Swords is over here, got his back turned toward the Empress, which is good. Because if you are the Empress, baby, this Knight of Swords is really over here mad at somebody else who's sad about something. And I'd like to get a clarifier, Spirit, on who is that person. Somebody from their past. So I feel like, and see, like these cards would not have come up if this was not somebody from your past. So it looks to me like somebody that you left behind, right? They're pissed off now that whoever it was that they got with, it looks like that they thought were better than you, this beautiful empress, right, which is you. They're not too focused on you right now. They're focused on the person who promised them the sun, moon, and stars, and realized that they were full of nothing but white lies, baby. This card to me represents white lies. And why do I say that? Even though it could mean nostalgia, it does mean somebody from the past. But if you think about it, cups represent love. And this is the only cup card that has something else in it besides water. And if you tell little children or tell somebody with an innocent heart that they can actually drink flowers, they'll try to do it. And if you look at this picture really good, because I've had a conversation with another light worker, and they were like, well, are you sure there's not water at the bottom? Well, yeah, I am pretty sure, because if you look at this card, you could see that there's like they look like plants, right? Plants have dirt in the bottom of them. And if you tell a child that they can drink dirt, they're going to try to drink it. And so what happened was your ex was promised the sun, moon, and stars by somebody that they thought, you know, the grass was greener on the other side, and they realized that they lost you. The most beautiful thing in the freaking world. This person knew it too, because this person did not, they wanted to keep you, but they wanted to see, you know, the potential in this particular situation too. And they realized that the potential here, there was none. There was nothing but white lies that bit them in the ass. And they feel so aggressive toward whomever it is that was from their past. And I feel like both of their asses got chewed out in some way, shape, or form. Spirit, can you confirm? Yeah. I have a feeling this is regarding... okay, we always know that the Knight of Wands is kind of like a player, right? So this person who you were with that you thought was committed was actually living the single life every time they walked outside the door. And what happened was, I feel like because Wands represent work, right? I feel like in the workplace, I feel like this person had an affair with somebody in the workplace, with somebody that they'd known from their past. And things just ended up in a real sad manner. That's what I feel like happened. And here you are, this beautiful empress, you know, manifesting this Knight of Cups. And the Tower, you know, just really represents the restructuring of your mind. And God wants to make sure that your mind is restructured completely, so that this person from your past has no place in your life anymore, because they probably still have a lot of growing up to do. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, regardless of what energies they are holding, hold no candle to the Empress. She is 4 queens in one. And she don't find and get no thrills out of teenagers, okay? And this Knight of Cups also represents teenage behavior as well. So it looks to me like some of you might be getting offers of love from someone who seems like they're like this knight in shining armor. And Spirit, I think, is warning you that if you go ahead and entertain this person, especially because the holidays are here, some of you may be feeling lonely, like you want to go ahead and you want to be booed up. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you're recently single or whatever, you know, on Thanksgiving, you know what I did? I took my son to Universal Studios, dude. We're building new traditions together with regards to how our holidays are going to go. We went to Bubblegum Shrimp. We ate real good. He rode his skateboard. He fell and hurt his hip. I was like, oh, God. He has a freaking bruise on his hip from that. And I'm like, hoping to God that he doesn't break a bone, because I broke my foot, I think it was like a few years ago, and my God, that hurt really bad, especially at night. Broken bones, ouch. And I just don't want my son to experience that. But I feel like Empress, whether this be a male or a female, but clearly the Empress is representing a female creator of her dreams and her wants, her desires, what she wants out of life. You are manifesting a new love. However, Spirit is going to test you with these, you know, very immature thinking individuals to see if you learned your lesson from being with this last immature individual, okay? Because if you fall for this fake knight in shining armor coming in the form of the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, you're not looking for the Knight of anything. You're looking for a king, baby. Or you're looking for the Emperor. That's what you're looking for. And until you find that person, go ahead and wait, baby. That ain't nothing that your little friend called the vibrator can't take care of. And ladies, you know what I'm talking about. And I don't care if you start laughing or not. You know what I'm talking about, baby. That vibrator will take care of business until Mr. Right comes along. You know it will. So make sure that you avoid this tower. With regards to all the F stuff that's happening in your past, you know what I'm saying? What you do is just invoke a whole bunch of positivity into your home, into your household, and get into your spiritual vehicle and know that you are not going to allow anybody to pull you into your darkness. You are going to pull people into your light. And if that's not possible, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to keep it pushing, baby. Because this is what you're manifesting. You're manifesting a happy family. And that does sometimes require subtractions and additions. But that's okay because you're manifesting just fine. You are creating the dream, baby. And that's exactly what you're going to get. Some of you have met somebody that you thought was reliable. But now you're starting to peep some of the confusing things about this person. And I feel like I'm talking to some of you in the nick of time before that tower, you know, pops off. Because as you can see, you know, it's like past, present, kind of future type thing going on here. And presently you're manifesting a happy family, and this false knight in shining armors came into your life who is truly thinking like a teenager but really knows how to wear a really good mask. I'm telling you, that's what they know how to do. But if you feel confused about anything that they're doing, that's that red flag that will avoid the tower moment that you could very well be looking forward to if you don't make the right decision. That's what this means. Decisions, choices. So make sure that your choices are a reflection of what you learned from the past. You learned already in the past that people have a very good way of hiding their true identity. But now it should be very easy for you to notice one wrong move, homie, or homegirl, one wrong move. And I'll call you, don't call me. No, straight up. I'm going to close you out, and then I'm going to pull some oracle cards, okay? Here's another suitor, a very slow-moving suitor who doesn't have any fertile grounds of his own, and he has to go out and go ahead and plant that pentacle into somebody else's, you know, life so that they can go ahead and see if they can get out of the relationship. I see that you have a lot of suitors around you, honey. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. But I feel as though you're going to be met with all these suitors, all these immature people. And Spirit wants to see, are you going to be able to identify the fact that these people are very similar to who you just left behind? So that you don't walk into that same tower moment that you just got out of. Because you already walked away from a difficult situation. Don't walk back into one with somebody different, baby. When you end something, let it end. You know what I'm saying? So that your brand new beginning could come to fruition. And that came into the same column and in alignment with the Empress, who is a birth giver. And when you see the Empress and the Ace of Wands, I'm telling you right then and there, baby, we're actually might be talking about a new baby and a family that you will be entering into very soon. I'm telling you, you're going to meet the right person. And I also feel like this could represent somebody like that you left in your past. I feel like whoever they left in their past, they may have actually gotten somebody pregnant, or they may have become pregnant by somebody they did not intend to become pregnant by. And guess what? I also get the feeling that this person was already in a relationship. Why do I feel like that Aquarius reading is like starting to like come to mind? Watch the last Aquarius reading that I did. I feel like somebody got somebody prego, and it's not your problem. But what you are manifesting, for some of you are manifesting a new love life with a real man, baby, your real counterpart, the Emperor, baby. You want a brand new beginning. And when I see this Ace of Wands right here, baby, I'm going to tell you right now, with the Empress, I'm going to tell you right now, some of you guys are going to have a new baby with the love of your lives. The next card that you got is the Death card, and I always invite the Death card. What did I tell you? I said some knight in shining armor came into your life, Empress, whoever I'm talking to, trying to talk a good one. But you're starting to notice all the inconsistencies that make you feel a little confused. Like, wait a minute, you told me you were going to call me back at 10:30, but I called you at 10:30 and you didn't answer. But then you said that you fell asleep. But I know you, and I know that you don't go to bed till at least 12. Or whatever the case. You know, your intuition is speaking to you like never before. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to let that die so that the tower does not, you know, so that you don't have to experience the tower over and over and over again. Because if you did, you wouldn't be doing yourself any justice, would you? You wouldn't be doing yourself any justice at all by continuing to repeat the same cycles with the same type of love interest. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a couple of your angel oracle cards, okay? And when I do that, I'm going to pause it so we don't run out of time. Okay, let's see what the first card is. Angel Therapy by Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So for those of you, because remember we started off with the sad card, give it to your angels. They'll take them away. Just talk to them. Say, angels, take my burdens and worries away. That's all you got to say. And that's exactly what they'll do. The next card that you got is Overcoming Difficulties by Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. They're over. It's over. The worst is over, guys. And then you got Clairsentience by Archangel Raquel. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. That's why a lot of you guys, I recommend that you guys go ahead and take advantage of me teaching you about chakras and numerology. That'll make a huge difference in your day-to-day life. And with all the time, we have like a little bit of time left. I'm just going to pull a random card from Jesus, baby. That one stuck out. And it says, ask and you shall receive that your joy may be full. What makes you think that the divine doesn't want you to be full of joy? This card started off with the 5 of Cups, which represents sadness. Some of you guys are sad because somebody probably won't let off your ass. And I'm sorry for those of you who had to watch my display of frustration last night on my live, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm switching it up.